Hey, welcome back to Happy Lies, Sad Truth. I'm your host, Boss, and today we're talking about something heavy, man. Something heavy, something that's been weaponized against black leaders, against our communities, and against anyone trying to make a change while coming from the streets. Sponsored by Big on Successful Stuff Clothing and Dr. Green's Holistic and Wellness. Let's talk about Big U, man. That shit crazy because everybody think it's funny. This dude been working for the black youth and all that good stuff for years, man. Despite what his street shit is, the streets is the streets. But this shit not funny, man. You know what I mean? Because this shit can happen to anybody, man. All you gotta do is be friends with somebody that catch a case and eat with them and chill, and y'all be from the same community, man. And that's your ass. Let's talk about what the Rico Act is. The Rico Act is a Racketeering, Influence, and Corruption Act, Organization Act. It was created in 1970 to take down organized crime, the mob. On paper, it sounds like a tool to dismantle criminal enterprises, but it's really a tool to sweep up black and brown men, hold them accountable for the things they don't even do, and turn their lives into cautionary tales. RICO is dangerous because it doesn't just go after individuals, it goes after entire networks. So, so much as associates with someone accused of a crime, you can get caught up. And let's be real, when Rico gets involved, they ain't looking to lose, man. The feds ain't looking to lose. Most people charged under the Rico Act don't beat it. They either take a plea deal and do serious time, or they roll the dice and get buried under a life sentence. Rico isn't about justice, man. It's about control. So, is Big U a community leader or a target? Let's talk about it. The government wants you to believe he the head of a criminal enterprise, running the streets like a mob boss. But if you from LA, you already know he don't run LA. That's them out of town niggas that be saying that shit. Nigga don't run LA. He don't run the 60s. This the same man who helped build community programs for at-risk kids. The same man worked in the entertainment industry, did what he did, giving people alternative lifestyles to the streets. He been advocating against for peace with the sets for years. And yeah, here we are, man. They're saying Big U was involved in murders, extortion, human trafficking. That's what the headline's screaming. But they say that shit about every person that get rich from out the ghetto, man, and get up there and then get caught up. Them the same charges they hit everybody with. It's the easiest shit to get you with. And then all they gotta do is charge somebody that don't like you with your same case, just like how they doing with Big U. They know he don't get along with Brick Baby. They know he don't get along with the 600 dude or the Luke's cannon, whatever. And no telling how many other motherfuckers they got in an indictment that's scared of Big U, don't like him, or for whatever reason. And these are the type of people that they put in these cases, man. They put them in these cases so that way they know they looking at a life sentence. They definitely gonna tell, and they're gonna wash your ass up. They did that shit to Matula Shakur, Larry Hoover's, countless others. The moment you start making real change in the community, the system reminds you that you ain't free, man. Real talk, true story. When they take a man like Big U down, it's not just him who suffers. It's his family, his community, the young men who look up to him. They no longer got guidance. You know what I mean? It's deeper than that. And let's be real. This isn't happening in a vacuum. We've seen this shit before. The government didn't just wake up one day and decide to crack down on crime. They pick and choose their targets. They use the media to paint a picture, showing mug shots, playing up gang affiliation, making it look like an open and shut case before the man even step in the courtroom. They make sure the public see what they want them to see. Period. And they do it all the time. So when conviction comes, nobody questions it. They want you to believe that taking Big U off the streets is about safety. But what is it really about? What's the real threat? What about the corporations funding prisons? What about the politicians' policies that keep black communities poor and over police? They're the ones running the biggest criminal enterprise, man, in America. But they'll never see a Rico charge. This is like you fighting a case you can't really win. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they got people like the people when they arrest people that hate you and they know they run their mouth all the time. They know they gonna tell. Beating a Rico charge is damn near impossible. You could be guilty by association. You don't even have to commit the crime yourself. Just being connected to someone who did is enough. So what happens next? Big U was either forced to take a deal, admitting to something he might not have had nothing to do with, to avoid dying in prison, or he fights the system and they make an example out of his ass. The boy already 60 years old, man. He only got a good 30, 40 more years to live, man. It's a lose-lose situation, and that's by design. You got to think. That's why I was saying people laugh and skinning and grinning. You got to remember, they keep saying his name, but what do they say after his name? Big U, Eugene, what do they say after his name? Crips. They keep Big U, Crips. Crips. What everybody's saying, Crips. Next thing you know, they start indicting everybody just for being a Crip and say that's one big organization. And that's the shit we see here, man. Overreach. Another black man being taken down while the real criminals sit in the office wearing suits, making laws that keep this cycle going, man. Period. They want you to believe this is about law and order. But the sad truth is, it's about power, man. It's about making sure no one from the streets can rise up and change the game, man. Big U isn't the first, man. And he won't be the last. But for real, man, we got to start questioning these narratives, man. We have to look deeper than the headlines, man. Because if we don't, they'll keep getting away with this shit, man. You got to think, man, at the end of the day, anybody that get their paper right can get charged with this if they looking out for people that they grew up with. You know what I mean? Just so it's like this. So you take a person, any dude like that's reputable in his section, where he from, and he move out, he grown, he get his paper, and he wanna help with a program at his community park. Help his homeboys that he grew up with that ain't quite get it, that's still hanging the hood, throwing up gang signs and all that shit. He want to help them and slide them a few dollars to help them with whatever, man. They bills, starting a business, they kids, whatever. They can go to the park and call the youngsters, hey man, come here, man, let me holler at you young dudes, and giving them game. That's when they can tear your ass up. Now, say that one person, he got 5 other friends. Now, 3 out of the 5 still in the streets. But them his partners, they grew up together. They've been knowing each other 30, 40 years. They do some heinous shit, and they all connecting them 5 together. But you be at home at 8 o'clock every night. But they see the power in that. So they're going to tear your ass up. Now they're going to tear your ass up, plus them 5 motherfuckers, plus the friends of each one of them 5 motherfuckers. So you might got 100 motherfuckers on the case. Out of them 100, you know, like when I say know somebody, I mean y'all go out, y'all talk, y'all text, you might know 10 motherfuckers. Now, out of them other 90 though, 80 of them scared of you, hate you, whatever reason, for whatever reason. And 77.9 of them ain't going to prison, let alone going to prison for you. They telling, period. They not finna go do 100 years, especially when the shit they been doing on these streets, they know in their heart they ass is grass when they hit that prison yard. Because like these interviews that these gang members be doing, man, I just start seeing them when this happened. But you talking about the interviews these dudes be doing. Now, you sit up here and tell me that you sit on this motherfucking interview talking to this white man, I don't care how cool he is or whatever, and y'all sitting up here talking about real street business. where the world can see it. And you go to the hood later on that day, smoke blunts, hang on a block, and all that. That's dangerous. That's where the rules came into play. Like when I was growing up, we used to think like the big homies was cold. Like, man, them niggas be tripping. But now that I'm grown, I understand that. Cause when I grew up, it wasn't too many busters from over there, man. Real business. It was meetings every weekend. It don't make no difference what you did the day before, man. You was held accountable for bullshit. They used to, man, I done seen niggas get beat up for putting shit on the set. You remember how they used to go, I put that on the hood and be lying? Man, you get beat, put it on the dead homie and be lying? Man, you getting beat up. So the same scenario should go with this bullshit. I ain't gonna say put your hands on nobody. I ain't gonna say harm nobody or nothing. I'm saying there should be rules and regulations to every outfit. Because like I said earlier, everybody think this shit funny with him, but understand how many times they said Big U and how many times they said Crips. So what about the day when they say, okay, all Crips is one organization, gaffle their ass up. Whether y'all, I mean, you got to think about it. Whether y'all get along or not, y'all all up under the same umbrella. A Crip, you know, that'll take down rappers, movie stars. It'll take down athletes, everything if they do that. They do that. Then if they do that to the Crips, you know the Bloods is next. So if they just say fuck the streets, fuck all the sex of it, these motherfuckers saying they Crips, indict them all. Indict anybody that you can see that's affiliated with a Crip. Do you know how many motherfuckers going to jail? And you know how many motherfuckers is going to start telling? Because you got to think, if they do that and you start talking about motherfuckers that never even met each other and they from so-called enemy sets, motherfuckers is going to get to telling. Period. And that shit ain't going to be funny then. Because in all actuality, man, that's exactly what if you listen to how that pig was talking the other day, you see how he was emphasized. He was saying foul shit about Big U, but then he still was putting the emphasis on Crips. And like I made a post earlier about how homies be posting pictures of other homies on Instagram while niggas is throwing up gang signs. And I'm not saying that's what get motherfuckers caught up. I'm not saying that. Because if you in the hood every day and you hanging out and you doing your thing, it's clear that you don't care about what I'm talking about as far as getting caught up, because you know the rules. You already know it's possible. But what about your partner that you supposed to love that don't hang out like that, and you see him? It should be only right that you ask him, yeah, man, you don't mind if I post this on social media, or don't post no pictures with him in it where niggas throwing up gang signs, because apparently he do care. That's why you don't see him hanging out all the time. That's why you don't see that nigga in the set all the time at gang functions, because if you haven't been in the gang foul in the last 10 years, you are no longer affiliated with no gang. So imagine you got a family, a wife, kids, a business, or whatever you doing, and you just go in the hood where you grew up at, period. Or they having a front, whatever reason you go over there and you take a picture, the picture go on the internet, somebody throwing up gang signs in the back. Now you're back an active gang member. So if they do a Rico on the click a motherfucker on the persons that you kick it with, they coming to get your ass too. It's just that simple. And when you're hanging out and you gang banging and you throwing up the set at your age and doing your thing, then that's to be accepted, because that's part of the game, man. It's a part of what you chose. But when you don't, man, that shit not cool. And in actuality, that's a sense of telling on a motherfucker too. If you want to be technical, I mean, you know, a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna like, but if you want to be technical, you take a picture of a motherfucker. You don't know what this motherfucker doing. You just put his picture on your page just cause. You don't know if cuz on a run or what. You don't know what. And that's what I'm talking about. When it even be cool for gang banging to be cool? Gang banging is against the law in itself. That's why they hit you with them gang enhancements. That shit is against the law. All that shit, taking pictures. I mean, to each his own. But what I'm saying is, this shit not. This should be a time to bring unity. A lot of motherfuckers don't like Big U. I like as far as Big U is the gang banger back in the day. I don't like the motherfucker. But Eugene, I done said and talked to that dude. That dude solid than a motherfucker. And some of the shit that they talk about, Hannah, man, he did what a lot of you motherfuckers can do, man. He made motherfuckers take care of these kids in the ghetto, whether it was his section or what section, man. Y'all coming out here with all this hee ha ha and all that. And look here, man, these kids over here starving. Do this, do this. Now, of course, the pig's gonna make it seem like, oh, he was threatening. And man, check this out. How is it a threat when I'm telling you, bro? Hey, check this here out, man. I heard you got robbed last week, man. Hit me up when you come into town, man. Slide me some paper, and I'll make sure don't nothing happen to you, man. And I'm gonna get your chain back for you. How is that illegal? Why is that illegal? Everybody know you can bring your ass to LA and you not from this motherfucker. You ain't finna be walking around this motherfucker with jewelry and all that shit. And to put another emphasis on it, that nigga don't run nothing out here. He don't run nothing in LA. He might run a small portion of his section. You know what I'm saying? Of the 60s that he fuck with, but he don't even run his set like that. You understand what I'm saying? So to say he a leader, you see how they throw that in the files. Y'all ain't paying attention to that. The leader of the Crips. You see that? The leader of the Crips. So these are opening doors for them motherfuckers in the near future or far future to hit the whole Crip card with that shit. That's the whole purpose of these. You gotta read this shit, man. Read what they saying. While y'all laughing, skinning, and grinning, you'll fuck around and catch a case, and you ain't been active and did nothing. Probably never mind. Go look, ain't did nothing. But now you in this situation because where you grew up at, and you got some paper, and you looking out for motherfuckers, and motherfuckers listen to you. Motherfuckers say scared or fear. Man, listen here, man. Whatever makes motherfuckers act right, just like the pigs. The pigs ain't got the feds, the police, y'all don't have no power. Motherfuckers scared of y'all. Scared of the shit y'all can do. That's why motherfuckers behave in the way they matter. So why y'all not being charged? It's the same scenario. But why motherfucker, what pisses me off is I see niggas on here, that's what that nigga. Y'all say this shit on the internet. These are the same things y'all wouldn't say in this man's face. If you seen him, you wouldn't say it in his face. Period. You know it, and I know it. You understand what I'm saying? So my whole point is this would be the time where motherfuckers start passing the hat around and fighting them motherfuckers. Because the whole thing is, once they already show a motherfucker they don't give a fuck about a motherfucker, the motherfucker ain't got no power. I'm gonna give you another prime example of some shit they done did where they just like when they killed Big Tookie. What they do, they put the prisons on lockdown for what, like 2-3 weeks or some shit like that. However long they put it on lockdown, then they let him off lockdown and then killed him. That's showing you, man, like fuck y'all. Y'all ain't nobody. Fuck the Crips. And that's the emphasis that they put on it. Now, my thing is, I'm not saying that he didn't commit these crimes or he did commit these crimes. The whole point is y'all breaking the law to charging. And then I don't call people snitches because I was raised in the area where you don't call people snitches unless you got the paperwork. But this is the type of shit they do. So you just imagine, just because y'all be on the internet, y'all know that Brick Baby, whoever, and Loose Cannon or whoever, I don't even know these two dudes. I just seen their videos recently. You see these dudes, and y'all know they don't get along with Big U. They know, he ain't got no connections to these dudes. They said that one video that I had posted, they got that in the indictment word for word. So they know he don't fuck with Big U. But yet and still, they arrest him as part of the Rico with him. Why? Because they heard what he said. They know he complaining. They know. Look here, man. That dude ain't finna do no life. If he did all that talking on that motherfucking platform, he not finna do no life for Big U, man. Them motherfuckers gonna tell them motherfuckers what they listen here, man. Watch. Watch how many motherfuckers come out telling. And like I said, if the boy Whack 100 is telling, it's gonna come out in that paperwork. As long as he don't take no deal and he fight it, it's gonna come out in the paperwork because he has the right to confront his accuser. Now, the feds can say they don't want to release the informant information because he helping them work with ongoing investigations. But if he got a real lawyer, enough lawyers, man, they can fight that shit because that's still up to the judge's discretion. And that opens up doors for appeal. So even if he do that, he's still going, and after a certain amount of time, I think it's 7 years, 10 years, some shit like that, they still got to release his name. But I honestly believe he's seen an angle because Whack too old for this shit, man. Like the shit be funny, but it's not funny because a motherfucker get forever, man. And he too old for this shit. And he know the consequences. So my thing about that is I just believe he feel like a lot of niggas be feeling like, shit, these niggas out here, the shit ain't serious no more. Niggas ain't doing nothing to nobody. A motherfucker get rich with these podcasts saying this shit, woo, and really got into it for the paper, man, and got his paper right. And knowing, like most motherfuckers with paper know, the places I go, I ain't gotta worry about running into no homies, man. The shit I type of shit I attend, I ain't finna run into no motherfucking gang members that's finna start no bullshit. And I feel like that's how I feel. And at the same token, Big U was probably because I seen they was playing friendship at one time, but Big U is a leader, man. You know, a conqueror type dude. So for whatever reason, man, they fell out, and he started pushing this narrative. And the cold thing about it is, these motherfuckers still move how they want to move and have these interviews and say this shit. And nobody is saying or doing nothing. I understand don't nobody want to go to prison. I understand that wholeheartedly. But my thing is what I was taught in the streets, man, then don't gangbang, man. Go find something safe to do. But being scared of jail shouldn't be one of them because that's a part of it. And getting murdered in these motherfucking streets is a part of it. So all that shit should be dealt with accordingly. But the streets, like I said, the streets don't follow by these rules no more. And so a lot of young cats, and I say young cats, they're misled and misguided. So they do this fuck shit. But the biggest difference between these young cats and these old cats, like with Big U, even if he go to prison, despite what anybody say about him, the motherfuckers he grew up with run prison. And I'm sure he was taking care of the most important factors of that. On top of he know how to squab, and motherfuckers know this. And he's a natural born fucking leader, man. It's in his blood. So it's different for him. Not don't get me fucked up. Ain't nobody above the motherfucking card, man. Hey, believe that, man. They'll get anybody, they'll jump on anybody in that motherfucker. They jumped on, man. Look here, man. But the chances of something happening to him is way slimmer than what definitely gonna happen to them other two dudes. And like I said, I'm not saying nothing that even a kid know. Listen to me. The streets may not abide by them rules no more, but that penitentiary do. And with the time they get, y'all going to level 4s. Y'all ass, look here, man. You gonna answer for this shit, man. Period. I don't give a fuck how much you know how to fight. I don't give because you first off, you from a way younger generation. And 98.9% of the time you wasn't looking out for a bunch of niggas. Period. And that's the way it go, because in actuality, this should be a time for motherfuckers to come together, Crips and Bloods, blacks and browns, to fight against the government, since they making it so publicized, because that's the real enemy here. Period. These are the motherfuckers, like I said, if he done broke laws, so be it, man. You know the name of the game. But the fact that they can come and tear down a community like this, they can do it. They can shut down the whole city of LA right now if that's what they wanted to do. And the gangbanging shit is so stupid because at the end of the day, man, like I said, when we was growing up, we didn't have motherfuckers telling us the truth, the reality. And reality was kind of different back then as well, but it's still, you mean to tell me I can live 23 blocks away from a motherfucker that's supposed to be my enemy? You encouraging me to go and kill these motherfuckers. Fuck that. A motherfucker can be a block away. Literally. You cross 87th. Enemies right there. Knock them down. Get a life sentence. And your celly be that nigga. You ain't above the court, nigga. You can't go in there and be like, I ain't doing it. Ooh, at least not on no level 4. I ain't never did nowhere other than the level 4, so I don't know. But you ain't finna do that because every black gonna get along. And if you go up in that motherfucker disrespecting the program them niggas got going on, your own homies gonna whoop your ass. Or worse, your own partners. Period. So the gangbanging shit is out of here. This shit is like, you got to think, like, most of these dudes hang with enemies, especially these rappers. These rappers is like 19, 20 years old and got worse enemies as partners and shit. Like, if you can do that, man, and if you can go to prison and hang with these dudes, man, this shit is dead on the streets, man. If motherfuckers unify, do you know how much power that is? You allowing these dudes, these youngsters to be who they use their brain to use being smart is cool. Okay, yeah, you go be a lawyer. Okay, you go be a doctor. Okay, you go do this. So when shit happen, you don't gotta go to these other motherfuckers. You can go put 10 doctors through school. 10 kids through school to be doctors. 10 to go be lawyers. 10 to go be scientists. 10 to go be astronauts. Send 100 to the military. So motherfuckers can learn how to fight, clean guns, hand-to-hand combat. Where you can come back to the community and train all the youth to that effect. And anybody that violates the motherfucking program gets dealt with accordingly. It's that simple. Period. Because most of the motherfuckers that's gangbanging and shit now anyway didn't start gangbanging until they was like 20, 18, 17, some shit like that. And 70% of the niggas that's from the set didn't even grow up over there. I mean, none of the shit makes sense. But what does not really make sense is how motherfuckers think this shit is funny. Because this shit is not fucking funny. Because real talk, true story, this is how simple this works. You and 3 of your partners, you get rich. You looking out for your partners, but your partners is still doing what they doing. You come through, drop a bag off, 500, 1,000 off at the park for a youth program. Lunches on weekends. You come drop all this shit off. Ruckus going on. You pull up. Hey, man. Hey, check this here out, homies. Let me holler at y'all. You able to stop this situation. Now you a threat. So what they do is one of your partners do some heinous shit. They hit y'all ass with the Rico. Come get you and 40 other motherfuckers. Now, mind you, only motherfuckers you know out of them 40 is 3. So now you got 37 motherfuckers that you don't know of you, don't like you because you got paper, jealous of you. You'll be like, fuck that nigga. I don't know that nigga. He ain't did nothing for my family. They're all gonna tell. But the fact that they don't know you, they only gonna tell what they heard, what they thought they heard. But the fact that they willing to get on that stand and point your finger at your ass, that jury gonna find your ass guilty. Period. Unless you can discredit each one of them individuals. Just like Big U is a better man than me, because ain't no way in hell I would have turned myself in, man. There's no way on God's green earth I would have turned myself in, man. Ain't no way. Man, that dude, just like, I don't understand what happens with these motherfuckers like Puffy. Like, that motherfucker was walking around New York at the park like he da-da-da, and knowing he finna go turn himself in tomorrow later on that day. Do you think you coming home, man? And if you do come home, you finna do at least 4-5 years fighting that motherfucking case. I mean, I don't know, man. Me personally, man, I'm not giving myself to the slave owners, man. You understand me? And wishing, and man, look here, especially when you know it ain't for like this California, man. We talking about California here, man. We not talking about the South where you get you do 3 months on every year and all that. We talking about LA, man. Los Angeles, California, man. Your ass ain't getting no bail. Nigga, all that getting out early shit, man. And him. You see how they say he's a career criminal? You know what I'm talking about? They hit him with, look here, man. If they find that man, because they gonna get that dude, man, look here, they finna make it hard on him, man. Especially, they only told you about a few particulars of the names that they gaffled up. But them 2, you know they finna tell. Like I said, I don't know these dudes. I don't know nothing of them. But up until like I guess yesterday or the day before, whenever this shit happened, and I look like Brick Baby, the boy from Long Beach, slapping the shit out you, man. You ain't want no squad. You look here, man. It wasn't no police. Hey, look here, man. Wasn't no police around. None of your home. You didn't want to do no fighting. Dude was trying to give you a fair one, bro. He slapped you, man. You didn't want to do no fighting. You know that dude telling, man. He don't want no parts of prison. And with the time he facing, he going up there with the big boy. And that motherfucker full of young motherfuckers his age that don't have nothing else to do. And them old niggas who love Big U, they sending them. Not to mention the ones that fall up under him. Man, look here, man. That and then the other dude, I don't know. But I don't know his character. But I do know I seen him on motherfucking on one of them podcasts with a blood, calling him uncle and nephew, telling his set business. The only motherfuckers gonna understand that is motherfuckers in his age bracket. And if they've been in prison 15, 20 years, man, look. This is where they gonna see the rules are for real, man. The rules are for real. So while y'all running around here skinning and grinning and laughing, understand this. If you in the set and you go do this shit and you be helping people and all that, and you don't really affiliate, understand that you can get caught up in that too. Just that easy. Because every Saturday you come by and pop a beer, you might give the homegirl who run the park a couple of dollars, might talk to a few little kids. Yeah. But your money and your credit much longer than everybody else's. They're gonna say you're the one funding all this shit. And then they're gonna arrest 40 motherfuckers that you don't know. And another 10 motherfuckers that do know you. So that's 47 motherfuckers who gonna tell on your ass. Cause the 40 that don't know you definitely not finna do a life sentence for you. You can't make me believe it. And 7 out of the 10 motherfuckers that you do know hate you or is either envious of you, and they not finna do a stretch for you. The only motherfuckers that you might got action with is the 3 motherfuckers that you grew up with, and y'all just tight. Y'all ate breakfast at each other's houses, and your mama know they might not. You understand me? Because y'all got some kind of ties, but them be the ones too. Not to mention the girlfriends they gonna go arrest. You got to think they arrest motherfuckers they know that don't have no ties to life in prison. You understand what I'm saying? No ties. Don't want them to have nothing to, just like with the sex trafficking thing. They always arrest the whore too, because they know her mind ain't set on doing life. You might be one of the motherfuckers that be like, nigga, let's take it to trial. She not finna go do life. I don't give a fuck how much she love you. She gonna feel a particular kind of way because you didn't take the case, and you got her in it. Especially if she got a mama and people that care about her. So these are the kind of cases this Rico shit is the kind of shit that's damn near impossible to beat, because all they need is for 1 or 2 motherfuckers to corroborate what the fuck you're saying. That's all they need. They can be lying, but can you prove it? And you can't prove it for motherfucking lying if you don't know them. You don't know where you don't even know these. Just think, man. The closest you probably get to one of them young motherfuckers is you seeing them one day and you like they stay on you, told them some shit. Some positive shit to do. And in return, you get 400, because we talking about LA here, man. You'll fuck around and get 500,000 years. So in actuality, man, while you motherfuckers is he-heing and hi-hi, understand that can be you next week. That can be you now if one of the motherfuckers that just got arrested, yes, because if you all from the streets, y'all have been in jail together, you don't know who friends is. You know what I mean? If one of them motherfuckers who got arrested say, oh, no, you know what? I got this from him, and then I gave it to him, and then they'll come get you and your crew too. Then you'll be wrapped up in it, because it's clear that the 2 names that they pronounce so much on this internet don't fuck with the board. So how can y'all arrest me with his case? Because the case is about him. And he's the leader of. See how that's how they use, like he's the boss of. And if you from the LA streets, y'all know, like I know, that dude ain't the leader of the fucking 60s. And he damn sure ain't the leader of no fucking Crips. So how do y'all even let that stick? How do you even find that shit fucking funny? Like, seriously, this should be a time where motherfuckers get to thinking, like, what if these motherfuckers say, let's put a Rico on all the Crips. Fuck that he from Hoover. Fuck that he from 60. Fuck that he from A-Tray. Fuck he from Altadena Block. Fuck that he from Paramount. Fuck that he from Compton. Fuck he from Long Beach. Fuck he from Gardena. Get all of them. Anybody that's affiliated with any gang, Crip in the last 10 years, indict them motherfuckers. And you can't say it can't stick because it's an organized crime. They're gonna say Crip is one gang, and it falls under that law. So why everybody laughing, skinning, and grinning? And if they do it to the Crips, they're gonna do it to the Bloods. It's the same scenario. They can eliminate shit just that fast. Now, with that wide of a net, motherfuckers can with that wide of a net, a lot of people can beat it, but it can only be beaten if motherfuckers ain't telling. And how many times have you seen 10 motherfucking blacks go to jail and nobody tell? I ain't never seen it. Ever. In no state. In fact, I only know of one case where over 10 motherfuckers got indicted and didn't nobody tell. And that was my Haitian partners in motherfucking Florida in the 90s. Yeah, they indicted what? 38 motherfuckers. Nobody told, and only 2 people got time. But I'm just saying. Back to what's important, man. Listen here, man. The key things to this shit is this, man. First and foremost, this shit really not funny, man. At all, period. It's just that simple. And in actuality, this should make motherfuckers want to be way more stricter on the rules and regulations if you want to be hanging around in your sector of the community. And you're going to be indulging in what they consider illegal activity. Because I don't consider anything illegal unless you get caught. Just my reality of it, man. If you got to eat, do what you got to do, man. I'm not going to tell you, but you understand. All you got to do is look at the history and you can tell what entails in whatever decision you make. You understand me? But these interviews that motherfuckers think they bigger than whatever, I ain't like these, I'll do what I want to do. Okay. Yeah, that'll prevent a lot of this shit. Putting your homeboys, if these is your friends and you really love them, man, you wouldn't put you would stop putting their pictures and shit on your social media page without, unless they hang in the hood with you every day and y'all always in the set and doing y'all thing, then it's the same scenario as you. But if it's a motherfucker that just coming and ain't seen the homies, ain't seen his partners that he grew up with in a long time pull up, y'all take pictures, because that's the first thing motherfuckers do now. Niggas take, I don't know where that shit came from. That shit crazy. But y'all shouldn't post them pictures on Instagram, because if he got a whole nother life, now once they see those pictures and see the date, it's 10 years from that point. He's still you affiliated, you a goddamn lie. We got a picture of you 2 weeks ago. And everybody in the picture throwing up gang signs. Real business. But like I said, man, this should be a time where motherfuckers, I ain't gonna say put y'all money together and get a bomb ass lawyer for you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna say it should be a situation where, like, how you got all these out of town motherfuckers. Because that's where all that leadership come from. Real business. Because I done been in Georgia, man, and motherfuckers talking about this boy, man. And I'm like, man, if y'all don't knock it the fuck off. I done been in Chicago and motherfuckers talk. I'm like, man, if y'all, man, look here, man, don't know. Our city is not like y'all cities where y'all got leaders that answer to, and you gotta, man, look here, man. That dude he probably got a few motherfuckers in his sector that he fuck with, but a leader, he's definitely not. And the leader of the Crips, so he just a leader of every Crip in LA. Nigga, please. If you don't knock it off. So these are things that knock that Rico shit right out. Because he ain't the boss. And y'all charged him as a boss. See what I'm saying? So this is a time where motherfucker, because that's the real enemy for everybody is the government. Shit, even Donald Trump fighting the motherfucking government right now. Shit, he the motherfucking head of the motherfucker. I mean, like I said, man, I changed my whole podcast thing for this particular reason, because the shit was so saddening to see so many niggas he-heing and hi-hiing about this shit. Especially when I see motherfuckers who still affiliate with street shit. Like I don't know, man. The shit just crazy to me, man. But what I will say is, young cats, this is the shit that come. This is the shit that happened. And understand this: when the FBI come get your motherfucking ass like this, they already got all the snitches. They already got all their statements written down. They already got everything. So now you are guilty until proven innocent. You got to discredit every motherfucking thing that they done gathered. And most of the time, they got 8 and 9 years worth of shit of evidence that they done gathered up on your ass. You understand me? 8, 7, 8 years of shit that they done gathered on you. Shit you done forgot about. Some shit you done got done when you was drunk, high, fucking with a bro. Listen to me, man. A lot of motherfuckers ain't never been important as far as they hood or hustling or nothing. You understand me? So you don't understand this. But I've been chased by these motherfuckers for 12 years. I done been incarcerated by these motherfuckers. I don't know. Listen here, man. When them motherfuckers come, them motherfuckers already got everything. I mean, it might be a hole or two that, but when they come, they look here, man. They are like with him. They already got the motherfuckers who tell it. They've been telling on the internet for years. And look, they said it even in the indictment that the shit that the Blues Cannon boy said on that Whack 100 thing is verbatimly written just how he said it in the indictment. I ain't had my glasses on when they were showing that shit on the internet, so and like I said, I really like to mind my business. And this is the longest motherfucking podcast episode I've done, because it's that important, man. I want all the street dudes, especially the reputable ones in your turfs, to understand this is what they do to your ass when you got this type of influence, when you got paper. Because in actuality, man, let me just say this, because I want everybody. It's not like I like Big U was my partner, because like up until a few years ago, I would have never even had a conversation with that dude. I don't like that dude far as Big U is concerned. You understand me? Like, if I was into that era of life, there's no communication. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But Eugene, I done sat down and talk to that dude, man, about our gangs, about getting paper, about how to talk to these athletes and these hip-hop motherfuckers and make them take care of the motherfucking cities, because they come to the city and do all this wild shit and sell our kids all these dreams, but you don't want to do nothing for them, though. That's not a criminal thing, man. And like I said, you see, these are donations that this dude made. And this is what I try to explain to motherfucker. A motherfucker can't make you do shit. This is, man, all you got to do is call the motherfucking police. Nigga, you not a gangbanger. You think these motherfuckers wouldn't call? Come on, man. It's a situation where they get in trouble and the feds want some information on him. So they tell them what they want. And then they get to saying, yeah, well, he was extorting me. How? 10 times? So he extorted you 10 times. You didn't say after the first time, man, fuck LA, man. You not from there. You wasn't born there. And in all actuality, a motherfucker can't save you, because you got to think his affiliates is 6-0s. So the only type of people he can save you from is people that get along with 6-0s. He can't save you if y'all with the 60s and y'all run into some Hoovers or some A-Trains or some English. It ain't no saving, nigga. They tripping on him too. So that's why I say, man, you gotta read between the lines when motherfuckers it be them out of town motherfuckers who be saying this shit. You dig what I'm saying? That be putting this shit in the air, man. Because like I said, the things that they're charging this dude with, as far as the leader of the Crips, the leader of the Rolling 60. See, the leader of, see, you got to think, if they're indicting him and calling him the leader of the Crips, that means they can indict every Crip. Because he's the leader of it. Now, it may not be as well put together as it is when you just get one click of Crips and botch them in, but it can be done. And that's why they word it the way they word it. But at this point, man, I feel like I got my point across, and I don't went so deep into this, man. I don't been repeating myself, but it's what's most important here is this: if you in the streets, man, you in your turf every day, man, you doing shit to help your turf, and you got bread, man, you shouldn't be laughing, man, because they can come get your motherfucking ass too, and then it ain't gonna be funny. And remember this: it ain't no more getting lawyers for 40 and 50,000. When you catch a case like this, a lawyer want $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. So while you skinning and fucking grinning, yeah, think about that, man. And real business, motherfuckers need to really get some unity together, man, around this motherfucker. All bullshit aside, man. For real, for real. Like I'm like, I don't know when motherfucker like me. I've been cool. I've been cool and tired of that shit, man. I refuse to get a life sentence behind anybody but myself. Yeah, real talk, true story. Motherfuckers ain't seen me in a long time, man. If you see me somewhere, nigga, you good. Like real talk, man. I refuse, man. Because one thing for certain is the way it used to be is not the way it is, man. These motherfuckers that's from niggas set now, they didn't even grow up over there. You don't even know these motherfuckers' mamas, grandmamas, aunties, cousins. You don't know where these motherfuckers came from. You just met him one day and everything been cool. You brought him to the set. He can fight. He down to do dumb shit. And then when he get caught, he tell on every motherfucking body. And that's another thing. Motherfuckers need to start holding motherfuckers accountable for bringing these motherfuckers around here, man. And like I said, by no means am I saying do violence to nobody. What I'm saying, there's rules and regulations in every sector of life. That's why you got pigs. Why? Because to enforce the rules. If you enforce the rules in our own community, we don't need the pigs. And I'm not talking about taking advantage of motherfuckers because they weaker you or you whatever. It's about a fair exchange for whatever services rendered. And that can be a large scale of things. But with peace and unity, everybody can get rich. That's what everybody out here fucking for anyway. But, you know, like I said, man, one thing for certain, man, the shit's not funny, man. Secondly, man, a motherfucker need to do something about these so-called gang members / rappers / actors / athletes and these fucking interviews about the streets. You a rapper, do interviews about rapping. They ask you some bullshit. Hey, homeboy, that's street shit, man. You an athlete, talk about your sport. You an actor, talk about your acting, the movie or a sitcom you about to do. Leave the street shit out of it. Because they're gonna come get your ass too. And you gonna be the one that really don't want to go to jail for the rest of your motherfucking life. You watch it all day. Anyway, man, look, I've been holding y'all too long, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy Lies, Sad Truth, sponsored by Big on Successful Stuff Clothing. And if it ain't ice white, it ain't right. Dr. Green's Holistic and Wellness. Getting high the healthy way. And I'm out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Nothing but love, respect, and honor, man. And like I said, man, peace. Enjoy life, man. Have fun, man.